Oh my, let's see. How do I want to do this? My friend Howard Schwartz from St. Louis is responsible for this next song. Howard teaches at the University of Missouri at St. Louis and was at the time that this, he was teaching a poetry class at one time that had a girl in it who was very talented, quite a talented poet. Her name was Julie Carey. And back in 1991, I believe it was, she and her sister and her cousin, was that the other guy, were out on the Chain of Rocks Bridge after it had been closed down and got attacked by a gang of guys. And the two sisters were raped and thrown in the river. The boy was thrown in the river also, and he managed to survive. But Howard sent me a bunch of poems that Julie wrote, and it was just eerie how she had almost seen what was going to happen to her. So what I did was I took several pieces of these poems and put this song together, which is called The Undertow. On the bridge above the chain of rocks, she saw herself 1,000 tiny pebbles rushing helplessly downstream. Current swirled her in against the jagged rocks, the rocks that seemed to reach for her as she imagined then. Remember that the undertow can take you in so easy. Take your hand, lead you dancing down dark alleys to the place where dancing ends. She thought she saw it coming, prophesied it with her pen on paper napkins in a cozy night cafe. But when it finally found her on the bridge, it had a name that was more dangerous than any she could say. Remember that the undertow can take you in so easy. Take your hand and lead you dancing down dark alleys to the place where dancing ends. And so they pressed her body down beneath their jagged bodies, still the song that they could never hear her sing. And so the river took her in and held her in its cool and muddy layers, and it took away her pain. Remember that the undertow can take you in so easy. Take your hand and lead you dancing down dark alleys to the place where dancing ends. Her hand no longer pens the words. She polished like the tiny stones the current of the rushing river road. And though her voice is silent now, her words like leaves come back each time the story in this song of hers unfolds. Remember that the undertow can take you in so easy. Take your hand and lead you dancing down dark alleys to the place where dancing ends. Remember that the undertow can take you in so easy. Take your hand and lead you dancing down dark alleys to the place where dancing ends.